EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the North Star State, where the sounds of the Yawler horn and the Skol chant echo throughout U.S. Bank Stadium in downtown Minneapolis. Today it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store, as it'll be the Cincinnati Bengals taking on the Minnesota Vikings. On the visitor sideline, there's Bengals head coach Zach Taylor. His guys a perfect 2-0 to start the year. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys not quite as hot to start the year. 0-2 heading into this one. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And it felt like in watching the game tape, he got everyone involved last week.
He was a manager.
He really was. That's a great way to put it, because they ran the ball some, they threw it accurately. One touchdown pass. They didn't, break the bank doing that, but he didn't throw any interceptions. That's the bottom line. That's why a defense loves a quarterback like that. Doesn't put them in bad situations.
Second and 11.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. That's to the sideline and incomplete. A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Here's Burrow. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got man complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
19 yards. And a Bengal first down.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And he used the proper word there.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
A gain of 8 yards. And it's 3rd down.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow looking deep here for Chase. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati.
A gain of
45 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. First carry now for Gus Edwards. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Brown will take this one in. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Well, just about an ideal start to this one offensively, because on the road, you want to make sure you quiet the home crowd early. And how do they do it? Nice march to start things off. Let the run game find its footing early. That drive certainly checked a lot of boxes, and they finished it off with a touchdown run.
Evan McPherson for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals.
Makes the score Bengals 7.
So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And I saw that he had an interesting quote in the research packet that we had after last week's game. It's all on me now. I've got to lead my team and find a way for us to win a game. 0-2, but they're at home. I guess he's going to try and find a way to get the home crowd involved.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's second down and 8. Here's McCarthy. There's a short one caught by Loveland. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
That's a gain of 3. Now third and
to the air with McCarthy. That is caught. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
That's another Vikings 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So back-to-back big runs, picking apart this defense on the opening drive.
I thought this was a passing league. I thought this was the era we were in where the ball was always in the air, right?
They didn't get the memo. To the right side and intercepted. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for the Bengals TD. Well, we went from scoreless to 13-0 in a hurry. First, their offense had the touchdown, and now the defense comes through with one.
You can't get a better 1-2 punch than that. Follow up a touchdown offense by getting one on defense. If they keep that effort up, you'll take the other sideline out of this one very quickly.
McPherson on for the point after. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead.
14. Vikings.
A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. Throwing after the interception. McCarthy. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time.
16-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Working out of the gun is McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Looking to throw McCarthy. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their second drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. And that one complete once again to Higgins. This is 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Throw left side complete to Chase. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. So a decent game there, but not their 4th consecutive 1st down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They've gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now. I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the Vikings' 32-yard line.
Burrow looking to pass. Under pressure, and down he goes. Javon Hargrave coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9.
Yeah, some real defensive resistance there. Saying not so fast to a good drive. They had marched to the end zone the last time out.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Here's Higgins out on the right side. And he's able to break out a run tackle, but then quickly brought down. So on 4th down, off goes Burrow. On comes Evan McPherson for the Bengal field goal. McPherson's kick is good. And that'll make this 17-0 here in the opening quarter. So a great first quarter continues here as they add on to that lead.
And Brandon, I think it sets up what's going to be an important drive because it's now 17-0. So the other guys, they got to figure out something quick before this game gets away from them.
Running room at the 50. Look out. And finally stopped, but what a return all the way down to the 40.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. 1 yard is the loss. They back up even further to a 3rd and 15. $17-0 our score after 1. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. A tall task ahead of them here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Colston Loveland, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's polished off by a Viking score. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So here are the Bengals set to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to put a drive together. And they go play action now. Burrow. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
Now it's Burrow. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
At the 46-yard line.
Now it's Burrow.
Second and 6.
Now a short one to Gesicki.
Burrow's pass. Complete to Mike Gesicki. It's a gain of 6. First down.
Burrow will throw. Over the middle, he finds Higgins. From the 41, here's 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
This is Brown going up the middle. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7 and a Bengal first down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Quick slant to Valdez-Scantling. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
21 yards. First down, Cincinnati.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
The line of scrimmage.
They go play action with Burrow. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And the Bengals are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off for big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. And now they'll stop play here, at least momentarily. A member of the Vikings in some discomfort after that last play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Chase Brown, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. McPherson now for the extra point. they'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Bengals score.
Evan McPherson to
After
kick
the
off for
touchdown,
Cincinnati.
McPherson on to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And the Vikings now heading on to the field. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Brought down at the 35-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up second.
Well run. This is Jordan Mason. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Demetrius Knight drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. They have to be pleased with the way that they move the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Burrow to Valdez-Scantling over the middle. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a
From the gun to give to Brown. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. And Burrow going to keep it himself. And he is going to have a Bengals 1st down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
13 yards. 1st down, Bengals.
They go right back to the ground here in Brown. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now a short one to Gesicki.
Burrow's pass. Complete to Mike Gesicki.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
3rd down.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So on 4th down, out is Ryan Rico to punt. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And now out comes Minnesota. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17.
And the Vikings first down.
To the air with McCarthy. And he can't escape, and down he goes. Demetrius Knight. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks are starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Out of the gun, they'll run with Hampton. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. McCarthy operating from the gun. Throws out left. It's caught by Williams. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On fourth down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 18. 46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And they will take over first and 10. There's a look at receiver Jamar Chase as the Bengals get set to go on offense. He's doing what he's capable of, having a solid game. Not the most amazing game. He's not over 100 yards, but a good game so far.
And you just know that mentally, he feels like he's one catch away from turning it into a great game and starting on that road. And the defenders are well aware of that, too. They've got to figure out a way to not let that escalate. Keep him right in this zone here and call it a day, because otherwise, he can really decimate them.
Better believe they are well aware of his playmaking ability.
First down, Cincinnati.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Here's Burrow. Throw left side here, complete to the tight end, Gesicki. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. A sad day for some, the official final day of summer. Fall begins in the USA tomorrow, so time for one more summer fling, if you will. Our look around the NFL starts now. We begin at Highmark Stadium. It's the Bills at home for an AFC East battle with the Miami Dolphins. And it's last year's most valuable player, Josh Allen. He'll connect on a 13-yard touchdown pass. From there, let's go to Music City, Nashville, Tennessee. Check in on the Titans as they host the Indianapolis Colts. And it's the veteran, Tyler Lockett. He's going to look this one in, and he'll take it from there. It's a 59-yard touchdown. The Titans, looking for their second win after an opening week loss, they're up at halftime. One more to bring you, and it's from the nation's capital. It's the Commanders taking on the Raiders. And this is Rico Dowdle. He's going to get in from 6 yards out. This one's at halftime now, and it's the Commanders lead by a field goal at halftime. And with that, a look at what else is going on around the NFL here in week number 3. Meanwhile, in our game, it was a competitive, hard-hitting first half. We expect more of the same going forward as we get you back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this third quarter. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball into the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 35, here's second down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 35.
On play action, McCarthy. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
That's good for a Vikings first down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Throwing is McCarthy. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line.
Out of bounds at the 24-yard line. A 6-yard pickup brings up.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. He gets it to Addison. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
A gain of 10 yards. That's good for a Vikings first down.
McCarthy going to throw again. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Colston Loveland with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as they'll get this up to the 29. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. 3rd and 8.
A 2-yard gain on the play.
Burrow looking to pass. Another catch for Valdez-Scantling. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On the return, it's Rodgers. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's McCarthy. And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
13 yards on the play.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. Pass complete to Addison. From the 43, here's second down and 7. Sticking with the pass, here's McCarthy. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now McCarthy. Throw to the right, hauled in by Addison. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on fourth. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. Pass taken in by his big tight end. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
A gain of 18. And the Vikings first down.
McCarthy off the play fake. Complete. Jefferson the target. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
A gain of 2. Brings up second.
To the air again, McCarthy. Down inside the 10. And the Vikings are going to have a first and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
15 yards. That's good for the Vikings. First down. First and goal.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the short routes that are being run against them.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Hampton. Oh, he's going absolutely nowhere as he is hit behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on third and goal? Setting up the screen here to Edwards. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9.
Will Reichard on for the field goal. A 26-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And this is back down to a 7-point game. So 3 points, maybe not a grand prize at this stage, but it does get them back within one score.
It certainly does, because now they stay within shouting distance, so that means everyone on your sideline stays engaged in this game. They know they still have a shot.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, call it the 26. The Bengals offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. Now Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards.
First down, Bengals.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. Man open left side is Brown. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. They'll give this up the middle to Brown. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
At the 47-yard
Burrow
line.
will throw. On the move past the 40. And down right around the 37.
Complete to number 1, Jamar Chase. It's a gain of 9. Makes it 3rd and inches.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's the Bengals in possession of the football and in possession of the lead as well as we start the fourth. Burrow going to keep it on the sneak. And he is going to have the Bengals first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
It's been a good drive so far. They just wanted to keep it going, so they call low-risk, low-reward play. No one's worried about picking up big yardage here. Quarterback sneak, keep the chains moving, and pick up another first down.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
Here's Burrow.
At the Vikings 35-yard line.
Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. Well, this drive, they're perfect 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here.
Yards to go.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6.
First and goal.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait.
Touchdown, Bengals! Noah Fant, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now up to 14.
Vikings 17.
So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. They'll go to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. This one brought in by Jefferson. And Jefferson's going to have the Vikings first down as he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Throw it over the middle and finds Williams. Here's 2nd and 3.
Complete to Jamison Williams.
Throwing again, McCarthy. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. Out route to Jefferson, and he's got it. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a gain of 8.
McCarthy is set to throw. They'll set up the screen to Hampton. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. That's caught inside the 20. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. That goes for a gain of 31.
Vikings, first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Straight ahead, here's Mason. And effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Makes it 3rd
They'll come to the
and
line,
2.
needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Looking to throw McCarthy. That's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Colston Loveland, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Vikings 24.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
And now out comes Minnesota. The interception sets them up with an opportunity to erase this 4th quarter deficit. Now, this series could very well determine our outcome. On play action, McCarthy. Addison hauls it in. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
For a Vikings first down. 1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. On the give, it's Mason. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Hampton going to try to punch it in. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
It's now 3rd and goal.
To the air with McCarthy. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Colston Loveland from 4 yards out. Vikings are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. So that one, his fourth touchdown catch of the game, one behind the all-time record of 5. The extra point attempt to come here. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the fourth.
31-31.
So that drive, 4 plays. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Cincinnati's offense coming back here onto the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
On the play. And a Bengal first down.
Now it's Burrow. Connection made on the out route to Valdez-Scantling. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
A gain of 16 yards. First down, Bengals.
Burrow looking to pass. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back.
Burrow's pass.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And it's second down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9. At the Vikings' 30-yard line.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
Third down.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. Second and manageable became 3rd and long. The drive marching to the end zone is one play.
And this is inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. Now 1st and goal. They'll try and run it in with Brown. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals.
Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Chase Brown hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Makes the score. Bengals 38.
That time a 6-play drive.
31.
And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Vikings offense and J.J. McCarthy getting ready to go back to work. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes a right read seemingly every time. Gets around him. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Back to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45.
It's a gain of 14 yards. That's good for a Vikings first down.
He'll look to throw. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd down and 10.
He's back to throw. complete. Jefferson the target. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save the timeout. Another one on this play for Justin Jefferson. Now 2nd and 4.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
back to throw.
At the 23-yard line.
And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game.
That's good for a Vikings.
Just the one timeout remaining as they try to navigate this 2-minute drill. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Over the middle and complete to Addison. Well, the Vikings are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line. Here's 1st and goal.
For a Vikings first down.
And he's going to use his legs here.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. And that touchdown, his 5th touchdown grab of the game, and that ties him with Jerry Rice from 1990, Kellen Winslow Sr. from 1981, and Bob Shaw back in 1950 for the most receiving touchdowns in a single NFL contest. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. And out now, here come the Bengals. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
Here's Burrow. And that's into the hands of Gesicki. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. Throwing, Burrow. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Open man, that's Gesicki down the field.
Complete to Mike Gesicki. It's a gain of 25 yards.
And we've got free football. 4 quarters done, and we're dead even. We'll have overtime after this timeout. And here in overtime, a quick reminder, the game no longer ends following an offensive touchdown on the opening drive. Both sides will have the chance to possess the ball unless there's a defensive touchdown. In that case, the game will end right there. So it'll be the Bengals with the football here to start the overtime session as the kick is away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And you think back to halftime, they had the big lead. They were in control of this game. They ultimately lost the lead. But right now, with the ball in overtime, a chance to get out in front and force your opponent to play from behind with a good drive here. Burrow will throw. Now a short one to Gesicki. We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Dropping it off underneath. Here's P-Ryan. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
A gain of 5. First down, Cincinnati.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Flush to his right. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
18 on the play. And a Bengal first down.
An inside give, Brown. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Mikey Sanders still on the tackle. A loss of a yard.
Here's Burrow.
And 11.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Marquez Valdez-Scantling. A 5-yard pickup.
Now Burrow.
And it's third down.
And that is incomplete.
Intended for Chase.
Well, I know you're toward the middle of the field here, but still, fourth down this distance, you got to punt it right.
That's definitely the first instinct, because you say, okay, let's just play some field position, make sure we don't lose the game here, turn it over in a key spot. But if you feel really good about your trigger guy, if you feel great about him, you might want to leave the ball in his hands and let him work his magic.
Minnesota's offense takes over possession. But their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick six, fumble return. You can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
On first down, hits Hampton. And some room to run now. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at a 45. He'll get 15 and a Vikings first down.
That's good for a Vikings first down.
When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off. But you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Offensively, back-to-back really nice plays. This defense, they've got 2 timeouts, maybe should burn one.
Yeah, when you get back-to-back explosive plays, to me, anything over 10 yards, I don't care if it's a run or a pass, I count it as an explosive play. That sets your defense back on its heels. A timeout here would be a good idea and try and get themselves settled because we're in OT. This is big time.
Now McCarthy. This is caught. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So add another one into the touchdown column. What a game. That is now 6 touchdown passes for him so far in this one. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Vikings, they're into the win column now as they move to 1-2 on the young season. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll look to get back on